Less than a minute to go for the last race for B Fleet. So Maddie has moved up today. As long as she can get a decent race here, she already has a throwout. So, or 2 throwouts. So she needs to not get a throwout this race. If she gets anything in the top 5, she's gonna move up 3 or 4 places today and maybe finish 5th. I'm guessing she's gonna end up 6th in the regatta, but getting a 2nd and 3rd in the last couple races is really good. The biggest change we made is we looked to be in a more open area at the starts, at 1.5 minutes and at 1 minute, trying to select a place that's not gonna be so messed up with so many boats. And then the other thing we adjusted is as soon as we identify we're late, we turn to a close reach, rock the boat once and get moving, and then we can always slow down again. She's right up there to windward of the blue boat with red, yellow, orange stripe there. She should trim and go higher, 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 higher. Another plenty of a good start. She's not on the wind. See how the blue boat got on the wind a little better? At least she's not a pincher. At least she's not a pincher, but that was a classic case of needing to go a touch higher. But that's okay. She gets going here. Unfortunately, it's very light air. She doesn't have much wind attack. Yep, see how she's fallen down into bad air? She was confused about what she did to lose first place the last 2 races. This is what she did. She footed too much. See how low she is? She's searching for power and all she's doing is going lower. There we go. Now that boat's forced her to go close haul. But she was to windward of 9969. She's just going too low. And that's better than too high, but that's how she lost her leads, is footing. First place in C2 in their last race. That's the A Fleet going back upwind. This guy could use a little boom vang. Those are A Fleeters, so you can see everybody's on starboard. That may be a little hit. Here's Chris. So Chris has a 2-1, and if he can get a 2nd here, I think he's winning C2 Fleet for the regatta and moves up into C1, but we'll see. Just a great job today of sailing clean, staying away from other boats where he can. Let's see how he does here. He should be looking at that boat's angle and going 1 degree higher than that boat as soon as he can. Yeah, beauty. I like that rounding. Just put his vang on a little. Good. We're working on that. Vang on upwind a little. Vang eased from there downwind a little. Less than a minute to go for the C3 last race. Celeste, slow down. Nobody's threatening you right now. And that makes it so that boat right there gets away from you. There you go, beauty. See that? Oh, now come down because somebody's threatening you. Early, good. Now come back up and stop. You might get fouled by this guy. Beautiful start, young ladies, beautiful. Get the main in. Nice. Nice start. You are the furthest upwind of anybody. You have a 2-1-1 today. So I'd say you got a little better today. You might be in the top 5 now, so you might get a trophy. You will get a trophy. I'm going to call it. I'm going to say Maddie's ended up 6th, you're ended up 4th, Chris 1st, Taylor 3rd. Last race in the B Fleet. The blue sail needs more vang. And Maddie's in 7th. Overlap for 6th. And then there's a big gap for the rest of the B Fleet, okay? So remind yourself, there's a lot of B Fleeters right there that have been in B Fleet for a while. So we have another lap to do. We got to go leeward mark, and then we got to go windward mark, leeward mark, finish, and the regatta will be over. The chances of you catching those 5 are very hard. You're now in 6th. So her vang is looser than yours. Yours looks a little better. She's sailing too high. I just saw your sail luff. So if your sail luffs downwind, you're sailing too high. The wind isn't pushing you forward. There you go. Good job. Chris Rose just might be a C1 after this. Just doing much better downwind, getting your boom to 90 much quicker. You know, you're just always good now. Yesterday you had some moments where you got mixed up with other boats, and the reason was because you were slow downwind. Your mainsail was at 70 degrees and those boats gained on you, and then all of a sudden they were inside of you. Today, your mainsail trim downwind has been epic and you've been really quick. Oh, this is great. Going for the inside. Great job, dude. Not much video on Saturday, but a lot of video on Sunday. We really came out really in a good frame of mind. You over-trimmed your mainsail too quickly. You were on a beam reach and already had your main in, but the other person did such a bad rounding that... So again, you're second now. Great job. 9473s has had a good day today. They definitely had some really good starts. And I think Maddie is actually over here just flying in the B fleet, and I think she's actually pushing close to the top 5. So I think she got a little right wind shift that the other boats didn't get. Look at 8456 going this direction, and then look at Maddie's angle. Maybe she's a little bit higher with more wind, but her sail's luffing, so I don't think she's getting a big lift. But I think she's in a little bit of a different wind. Let's see what happens. Oh boy, Chris has just been flying there. I can't even see the other boat anymore. Look at him, he's just flying like an airplane. That's a B fleeter crossing Chris right there, a very good B fleeter, and Maddie's actually gained on her. We'll see what happens. Everybody's headed home except for the B fleet heading up on their final leg of the regatta. That's the B fleet. First, second, third, and fourth are right there. And fifth is right there. And you're probably sixth right here, okay? And we're hoping for an end of the day clocking of the wind here. We're hoping the wind shifts to the right hard, and those guys just get some sort of weird header, and we just get back and put pressure on. But we're pretty far back there. It's been a very good regatta. We'll see. Finish line. Those boats look like they're heading quite far to the left corner at a certain angle, and here you are right here at, I think, a higher angle than them. Let's look again. Look at where you're going. Look at where they're going. I think they're headed. What I would do is split the difference. If I were you, I would be sailing extra fast here like you are, and you may be back in this race, girl. Now we look at the boat that just tacked out there, and I don't think they look that lifted. I think this is very interesting. You should not be pinching right now. Okay, look at the leader. The leader looks like they have a pretty good angle. It's very likely that we're going to get a header. Okay. If I look at the flags, hard to tell if I'm getting, I don't see a big, if those flags were pointed towards me, we'd be in deep trouble. Because flags pointing at me would show that would show you a header. I think you are right back in this race. I'm gonna cut you. Okay, the leader looks like they're struggling a little. You look like you're fast. The guys on the hard left are really slow over there in the parts. I'm gonna call it right now. I think you're getting third or second in this race. What you do now is don't let those boats on the left cross you. If all of a sudden they get a huge lefty, you keep sailing and then you tack onto port and get on the lefty. And then you just pray. Here's the finish line. Here's the leader. Here you are. You're on a little header. They're on a little lift. You should cross them. So I don't have a crystal ball, but I said if we get a righty, we could get back in this race. Nice tack. We could get back in this race. That was the perfect place to tack. Now you reach off towards H618. You want to put her in your bad air, so you don't go too high here. You actually work your way. Okay, you are right on her face, yes. So that was a great way to end the day. A 3-2-2. Yep. So something changed about the current, and that's where finally a righty paid off. A big righty paid off, and you got it. That was amazing. So I think the current's changed on the other side. It was coming in on that side a little bit actually already, or not moving at all this side, but I think it was a wind shift. Anyway, outstanding regatta.